These V8-powered wagons combined raw muscle with everyday practicality. Here are the 8 rarest American muscle wagons ever built. 1. 1963 Pontiac Tempest Super Duty Wagon. Imagine pulling up to the drag strip in a family station wagon and then watching jaws drop as you demolish dedicated race cars. That's exactly what happened with the 1963 Pontiac Tempest Super Duty Wagon, arguably the rarest muscle car ever produced by General Motors. The story begins in the early 1960s when Pontiac was determined to dominate drag race. Their secret weapon, a purpose-built race car disguised as an everyday family hauler. Engineers took the humble Tempest wagon and transformed it into something extraordinary by installing the legendary 421 cubic inch Super Duty V8 engine. What made this wagon truly revolutionary wasn't just the massive engine. Here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. GM suddenly announced a complete ban on factory-backed racing, bringing production to a screeching halt after only 6 Tempest Super Duty wagons were built. Of those 6 unicorns, only one is known to exist today, making it one of the most valuable muscle cars on the planet. It stands as a testament to a brief moment in automotive history when engineers were given free rein to create something truly extraordinary. 2. 1970 Buick Estate Wagon. If the Pontiac Tempest Super Duty represented raw, unbridled performance, the 1970 Buick Estate Wagon was America's answer to having your cake and eating it too, combining muscle car power with uncompromised luxury. When you first glimpse a 1970 Estate Wagon, it's easy to be deceived by its elegant exterior. The flowing lines, subtle chrome accents, and stately presence suggest a vehicle designed purely for comfort. But under that sophisticated hood lurked a beast. A massive 455 cubic inch V8 engine that generated 370 horsepower and an earth-rotating 510 pound-feet of torque. This wasn't just muscle car territory. This was the kind of power usually reserved for vehicles with names like Hemi and Super Sport. What made the Estate Wagon special wasn't just the raw numbers, but how Buick engineered that power. This wasn't a rough, unrefined muscle car engine dropped into a wagon. Instead, Buick tuned the 455 for smooth, relentless acceleration that perfectly complemented the wagon's luxury mission. The power flowed through a bulletproof TH400 automatic transmission and posi traction rear axle, ensuring that all that torque translated into forward motion rather than tire smoke. Buick produced only around 2,500 estate wagons with the 455 engine in 1970, making them relatively rare when new and virtually unobtainable today. A well-preserved example like the one described in our search results, with just 68,000 miles, 2 owners, and meticulously maintained, represents automotive royalty for collectors who appreciate the perfect balance of power and prestige. 3. 1969 Chevrolet Kingswood. In the world of muscle cars, sleepers hold a special place, vehicles that look ordinary but pack extraordinary performance. No muscle wagon embodied this philosophy better than the 1969 Chevrolet Kingswood. At first glance, the Kingswood appears to be nothing more than Chevrolet's premium family hauler, a vehicle designed for trips to summer camp and hardware store runs. Its conservative styling and spacious interior gave no hint of its potential for tire-smoking performance. But Chevrolet offered something special for those in the know, the option to equip this family wagon with genuine big block muscle. The standard Kingswood could be ordered with a 396 cubic inch V8 producing 265 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque, already impressive for a family vehicle. But the truly rare versions came equipped with the legendary 427 cubic inch Cobra Jet V8, pumping out 335 horsepower through a 4-barrel carburetor. Chevrolet produced approximately 2,500 Kingswood wagons with the high-performance engine options, making them relatively scarce when new and genuinely rare today. A unique feature was the dual-action tailgate that could open either downward or sideways, adding practicality to this stealth performer. What makes the Kingswood especially interesting is how it perfectly embodied American automotive culture of the late 1960s when performance was king, but practicality still mattered. It was the perfect vehicle for the family man who wasn't quite ready to give up the thrill of acceleration, even if he needed room for strollers and grocery bags. 4. 1970 Chrysler Town & Country 446 pack. Some automotive combinations seem completely contradictory, and few are more unlikely than a luxury station wagon equipped with one of the most aggressive engine setups of the muscle car era. Yet that's exactly what Chrysler created with the 1970 Town & Country 446 pack. The six-pack designation referred to Chrysler's fearsome triple two-barrel carburetor setup mounted atop the massive 440 cubic inch V8 engine. This arrangement, normally found in performance models like the Roadrunner and Super Bee, boosted output to approximately 350 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. The result was a luxury wagon capable of 0 to 60 miles per hour acceleration in under 10 seconds, genuinely quick by the standards of the era, and astonishing for a full-size wagon. The timing of this model is particularly significant. It arrived just before increasingly stringent emissions regulations would begin to strangle high-performance engines. The 1970 Town & Country six-pack represents the pinnacle of the muscle car era's excess, the last moment when automakers could stuff their most powerful engines into family vehicles without concern for fuel economy or pollution control. For collectors, finding one of these unicorns is akin to discovering automotive royalty. It combines the best elements of Chrysler's luxury expertise with the raw power that defined the golden age of American performance. 5. 1972 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. Some vehicles are memorable for a single distinctive feature, and for the Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser, it was the revolutionary skylight roof that gave this muscle wagon both its name and unique character. The Vista Cruiser's most distinctive feature was its raised roof with glass panels that extended along the center, creating a truly panoramic view for passengers. This architectural flourish made the Vista Cruiser instantly recognizable and provided a light, airy feeling inside the cabin long before sunroofs became common. The design was so innovative that it influenced automotive design for decades to come. While the standard Vista Cruiser was focused on family comfort, Oldsmobile offered a performance version equipped with their legendary 455 cubic inch Rocket V8 engine. This power plant generated approximately 250 horsepower and 375 pound-feet of torque. What made the Vista Cruiser special was how it balanced genuine utility with unexpected performance. The wagon featured 3 rows of seating, enormous cargo capacity, and a comfortable ride courtesy of its longer wheelbase. Yet when the driver pressed the accelerator, the Rocket V8's torque could push passengers back in their seats with authority. 6. 1965 Ford Country Sedan. While Ford's Country Squire with its wood grain trim might be more recognizable, it's the sleeper Country Sedan with its optional 427 cubic inch V8 that truly deserves the muscle wagon title. The Country Sedan was Ford's mid-range full-size wagon, positioned above the base ranch wagon but below the premium Country Squire. Its clean, unadorned styling offered no hints about what might be hiding under the hood. But for those who checked the right option boxes, Ford would install one of the most potent engines in their arsenal, a 427 cubic inch V8, originally designed for NASCAR competition. This wasn't just any big block V8. The 427 featured a high-rise intake manifold, dual 4-barrel carburetors, and produced a thundering 425 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. This was essentially a race engine installed in a family wagon, creating one of the most unlikely performance vehicles of the era. The performance was startling: 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds, a figure that would embarrass many dedicated sports cars of the period. Yet the Country Sedan could still perform all the practical duty. For collectors and enthusiasts, the 427-powered Country Sedan represents the perfect sleeper, a vehicle that combines everyday practicality with exceptional performance while maintaining a completely unassuming appearance. 7. 1969 Pontiac Executive Safari. If automotive history has a forgotten luxury muscle wagon, it's surely the 1969 Pontiac Executive Safari, a vehicle that combined the power of a GTO with the luxury of a premium wagon and the utility of a family hauler. The Executive Safari occupied the upper end of Pontiac's wagon lineup, featuring elegant styling, wood grain trim, and a luxurious interior. Its long, flowing lines and distinctive split grille gave it a presence that few other wagons could match, but the Executive Safari's secret weapon was what lay under its expansive hood, the mighty 428 cubic inch V8 engine. This was essentially the same engine that powered Pontiac's legendary GTO, producing approximately 360 horsepower and a massive 460 pound-feet of torque. The most impressive statistic about the Executive Safari isn't its performance figures, but its rarity. Pontiac built only 224 examples with the 428 engine in 1969. This extreme scarcity makes them among the rarest muscle wagons ever produced and virtually unobtainable today. The Executive Safari represents the perfect combination of rarity, performance, and practicality, a genuine muscle car disguised as a premium family wagon. 8. 1970 Dodge Coronet Wagon. Our list concludes with perhaps the purest muscle wagon of them all, the 1970 Dodge Coronet wagon with the legendary 440 Magnum V8 engine. What made the Coronet wagon special was the optional 440 Magnum V8 engine, a powerhouse producing 375 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. This was one of the most powerful engines in Dodge's arsenal, normally reserved for their high-performance models. When installed in the relatively lightweight mid-size Coronet wagon, it created a vehicle with genuinely explosive acceleration. The performance figures tell the story. 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 7 seconds, a quarter-mile time in the mid-14-second range, and a top speed well over 120 miles per hour. These weren't just good numbers for a wagon, they were impressive figures for any vehicle of the era. These 8 rare muscle wagons represent a fascinating chapter in American automotive history, a time when performance, practicality, and personality could coexist in a single vehicle. From luxury cruisers with hidden power to purpose-built race cars disguised as family haulers, they remind us of an era when automotive engineering was less constrained by regulations and more driven by passion. Which of these 8 rare V8 muscle wagons would you most want in your garage? Let us know in the comments below, and feel free to like and subscribe for more such content. Until next time fam, keep it real.